Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Be Live. I am your host, Harry Bridgeforth, and today I have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, writer, producer, and my partner in SFO, Mr. Arthur Wells. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. It's great to be here, Junior Harry. I mean, I thought we'll never be at this point one day. I know we always strive to work to get here, but we just beginning, and it's just the beginning. So stay tuned.
That's it. That's it. So obviously, me and Mr. Wells, we have long history with not only our artistry, our business. Like I said before, he's my partner in SFO, but also we have some things that are coming out in the near future that we wanted to talk about, and I wanted to have him on my show so I could pick his mind. Just like any other guest, we're gonna have some five professional questions and then five personal questions to kind of get a preference on what he likes. We're gonna go into his new book, and then we're also gonna ask him some professional questions from his past. All right.
Gotcha.
So the first question: where did you grow up?
I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Two parents, one brother, one sibling. And I like to always believe, and I believe this firmly in life. And they say it's a fact, but I lived it. If you have two parents in a household, it gives the children in that house a chance to make it in this crazy world.
I mean, that's something that a lot of people in the current climate of the world, they have that's always debatable, right? That's a conversation for debate.
Yeah.
A lot of people are discussing that. How does it work? Do you need both parents? Do ideally? So
I know one thing: it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
That's for sure.
I agree. So you raised down there, and then you transitioned from down there to up north.
Yeah, we were. It was funny how we got up here in Connecticut. Me and my brother had a house call car washing service. I was in my late teens. He was like in his late teens, early 20s, and we saved up enough money to come on vacation. And we came up here on vacation. We stayed for a few months. We went back home, and my uncle called my brother and told him actually he does construction. He builds houses and buildings like that, big company. And he asked could we come up here for a while and make money? And sometimes they always say this: be careful, don't work with family. But I believe everything actually happened for a reason. So we were living up here with my uncle, and they moved to another house. They moved in Stratford. And at the age of 19, my mother said, y'all can stay and I'll help y'all out for a while. I know y'all young, and you mess off your money when you're young. And I was like, wow, I get the chance to actually live by myself and not have rules and have a bachelor pad. And actually a few years later, when I think I was 21 and you were 19, that's 18, that's when I met you. Yep. So we got stuck up here, some say. Actually left a girlfriend that I loved down there, but I didn't love her enough to go back to New Orleans. So shouts out to Mornia. That was her name. I don't even know where she is right now. I never checked back. But yeah, that's how we got in this position. And this is how we got to actually meet you. So I believe everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, everything that you do, I think over the course of just me and your relationship for the years that we've known each other, we've seen elevation not only within, the music industry, the art industry, the filming industry. How did you get into what you would say like the entertainment industry? Like, how'd you do that?
I hate to say, excuse that. When we left New Orleans, we were actually in a little, I equivalate this to, now that I get older, I see it. You know how like in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, well, in the 80s, you heard a lot of people saying, yeah, we had a rock band when we were, so I equivalate that now, like to how we were. We in
that group.
Yeah, we're in that group. We older men talking about what we did, but we had a group called Venom when I moved up from New Orleans. And then as we're working together, I hear you singing and you hear stuff that we're doing, and you're like, do y'all you be like, yeah, we rap, blah, blah, blah. So then we start making music together, and we became Con Men because Kenji and Keith, K-Star, one of our other fellow SF4s, we made a band, and we went, did little shows around the city. Remember I said God put you in places, right?
Yep.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but the very first show we did, I met a young lady named Jennifer Zioli.
Yep.
24 years later, Jennifer Zioli is my wife.
Yep.
And we have 2 kids.
That's the way it works.
Which always amazed me because it was the first show, which means I got no groupie love ever. She was at every show that I ever did, ever.
Nah, bro.
Like, gosh.
It's over.
But, you know, God put me in that place at that night, at that little bar in Stanford. We were performing, and I met the love of my life, and time keeps on the move.
That's it. So now we fast forward. We're working. Life is happening. We're trying to continue that artistry, that love of art. And then how did SFO come into play? Like, how did that happen?
Actually, Keith Johnson, K-Star, one day he calls me and he's like, Sean, I think I want to start a podcast. I'm like, really? I'm like, I'm down. He was like, yeah, no one else is really down. I'm like, okay, we're down. So me and Keith, before we hit the cameras and before we did anything, podcast back then was basically voiceover, right? Voice. It was all audio, not visual. So we would sit down with each other on our phones, and we would record segments, and then we would piece them together on an app that we used to use. I forgot the name of, and he would throw in little mixes here and there. Little did I know we were getting copyright strikes for these stuff, because we don't know.
It's in the early phases.
In between commercials. We doing all type of stuff we shouldn't have been doing. But, you know, as we progressed and we progressed, it became more me and Corey doing the box, and my brother, C. Anthony. And now it's just become just like waking up and going to sleep. You know, it's something that I do. It's something that I love. It's something that I make a few coins off of. I am monetized, been monetized for years now. And it's just, it's something that I love. I do it for the love of it. I know a lot of people say that and they don't mean it, but I don't make a substantial amount of money off of YouTube. Not yet. Oh, I'm headed there.
You gotta
get there.
We gotta put that out there.
It's not enough to, you know, it's enough to pay bills. It's enough to do something, but I do it for the love, because I know where it's gonna be. If you're building a house, you don't build it and stop because you think it's ugly, but you haven't put up the foundation yet. You haven't put up the sheetrock. You haven't painted the walls, the roof still. You haven't put the shingles on. So, to me, life is always it's always a house that's trying to be built. That I don't think we'll ever succeed in building the biggest house. But we will build something that can shelter us and make us comfortable in life.
And you got to be thankful for the house that you have.
You got to.
And then, I mean, even talking about the business, that's a separate topic, even for another interview where you're discussing how you started SFO from the ground up, the YouTube interface, monetization, branding, all that stuff kind of comes into play when you're an entrepreneur and you're an independent. You don't have, any business or company that's overhead that's kind of like directing you, and you're just kind of like being guided. You had to learn from, success and failure. So you have a lot of knowledge in that avenue for someone that wants to get into YouTube or someone wants to get into podcasting. So that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it is. And I'll let you get it. I'm sorry for hopping in.
Go on.
And I solely believe that's why we're here now. Doing what we're doing now. Because I said it, I think, when in a text we were doing the other day, and I said, they say you live and learn from your mistakes. Well, in this author book business and in this movie business, I don't want to make none. I've made enough mistakes. What they say, I want to measure 4 times before I cut now.
Yeah. But see, that you have to live. I mean, that's something that we learn even from, just life in general, regardless of what industry. You're like, you don't know until you know. That's a common thing. You don't know until you know, and then you're like, okay, now I know that. I'm not going to do it again. Or, I do know that. I should have done it earlier. You know what I mean?
That's why I take your advice.
Yeah.
I don't act like I know everything. To me, my mother always said, someone that knows everything knows nothing. So when I can reach out and get suggestions and opinions from people that I know what they're doing on a certain subject, as I like to say, I analyze, I study, then I execute.
Yep, that's it. That's it. It's a perfect mentality to have. I mean, we're talking about obviously business, and we can go on and kind of break, certain things that you've done in your life, but we especially wanted to talk about one particular project that's coming up now. If you can kind of relay some information for this particular project. It's the first time you wrote a book, Uvitation. It's doing very well on Amazon. And what can you say? How did it come about? And what can you say of this experience of from being a writer, from going from entrepreneur, podcaster, host, now you're a writer? How was that transition? And what are your expectations from the book?
It started off quite simple. I would write short stories. What's weird is the story that I originally started off writing will be my second book. Not necessarily my second book, but it will be the second series of books that I will have written. Okay. But it all started off with the diary of Katie Stahl. And not going to go about too deep into that. Stay tuned. But actually, I had a writer's block.
Okay.
While writing that. And one day I was pondering it in my head. I was off from work. And I said, well, I'm about to get over this writer's block by writing a new book.
Yeah.
So I said, well, what would be interesting? I think we had some unrest in society at that time. It was maybe like 10 to 12 years ago. I don't know exactly when, but it's been over a decade.
Okay.
So in my mind, I was like, that's on the news. I was like, what if, without giving too much of my Uvitation, the book away, I was like, what if a human being, this was the first premise, what if a human being can actually take some type of medication? That's what it was back then. And it made them not the person they were. What would you do? If it made you different in any way that you can think of, what would you do if you did not look like yourself? And in my mind, it was, I probably would go rob something. because it's not, because no one would know it's me. It's just like if you can be invisible, right? Remember
we're
that?
Laughing, but like I guarantee, like at least 60% of the people, they would either do something like incriminating or something that would like, I would say negative. Like you would attack somebody, like they was talking shit to you all day. Like
to them, they're gonna think that's positive because the person they're attacking them in their eyes are negative.
It's negative. So it's like
it's that old thing like when I saw the Invisible Man for the first time.
Yep.
And I was like, gosh, if I was invisible, everybody always say I just walk into the vault. And I just you'll see the money floating away in a bag somewhere. So that was the premise for it. And as I kind of left that alone the more we got into music, right?
Yeah.
And the more we got into music, the more we all got into our families. We started to have families in our mid-20s, right? Late 20s.
Yeah.
So it became something that was on the back burner. So it's fast forward decade or so, and as time has moved, society has become much easier than it was when we were young. Remember, we used to put songs on SoundCloud. And it used to be so hard to get them
even get them heard and all that stuff.
From the CD to this to that. But now we live at the touch, right? Everything's microwave. We touch that. We can do anything in a matter of seconds. So I kind of said, okay, I still have my YouTube channel. We still have SFO. What can I do to get closer to that bag? To put down something for my lineage, something that can be around even when I'm gone. Because YouTube could be canceled and all my videos will be gone. But you know, one thing that's never gonna go away is literature and writing and books. So I was like, let me look at what I wrote 10 years ago. And I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is kind of great, yet it's still horrible at the same time. Because I was like it's like I was taking a journey down a 10-year ago Sean's mind. And I'm looking, and I told you, I was like, the books half written, you know what? I should turn this into a script. I did the script. Y'all approved of it. And then you, in one of our meetings we were having, said, it would be nice if you can get a book out first. My eyebrow raised. I'm like, this ninja talking about a book. I'm like, I just worked hard on the script. I said, you know what? I woke up one morning. I'm like, he's right. I'm like, all I have to do, I did the script. All I have to do is finish the actual book. That was more than 50% done. I told y'all I was going to execute and go to work. And maybe a month and a half to 2 months later, UVtation was born. Yep. UVtation was on Amazon. Remember? You can grab it at Amazon. Just put in UVtation, Arthur Wells.
Arthur Wells, yep.
And I'll be there if you got the Kindle, if you like reading on the go. And we also got the paperback if you want to just put your legs up on a train or when you're in the back seat and read it.
I mean, see, that's a beautiful story. I mean, it's kind of like a bias thing because I've known you for so long, and you know me, so it's like we always be bouncing ideas off each other, trying to make stuff stick. And like once we were having that, you know how when you're in like what do they consider those like artist rooms when you're kind of like bouncing ideas off each other, but you're all kind of I forgot what they're called, like cloud sharing or something like that. But when we have our meetings, we'll be saying stuff, but like all of our brains are working in different avenues, but they're all kind of working in cohesiveness. So when we were talking about the story, it's a story. I was like, well, you can take a story and make it into anything. I mean, the first initial thing with any film, because my brain is always going to movies, but like the first initial thought for a film is like you have to have a good story. You know, you have to like the story first, then you do the adaptation of all the other things, a TV show or a movie and things like that. So it's great how everything kind of like linked together, how like your idea is meshed with my idea, and then like Gene's input for his ideas, and like Keith's, like everything's all connected. So like you said, going back to how, you know, like you were saying, like God has a purpose for certain things. This is a perfect example. I would have never thought of that. And I'm like, this is a great idea. You can make it happen. And going into what you said now, you made a book, wrote the book and got it out. And I think even maybe 10, 20 years ago, it was much harder to make a book, to get a story and all that stuff, you know? So
it was just so much information out there to help someone like me.
Yep.
10 years ago, I would have been on my own. And first of all, they made the game easier. It was similar to rap. You have to go through the industry. It was a hard industry back then, right? It's no. I know 100% for sure. If we were doing music in this time, we would have been on. And been rich. It was just so hard. So when I was building this universe, right? Because I started off with that premise I spoke on early, and when I was building this universe, it was so much information out there at the touch of a finger on what I should be doing. Am I going in the right direction? And the people that I want to be like, and I envision myself like Stephen King. What did he do? How did he do this? I didn't have to wonder or read People's Magazine. I could just Google it and get a million quotes from people that don't work with him on what do you do. And when I don't know, I ask you. You're my human Google when it comes to this shit.
I mean, I appreciate that. And like I said, I only want success for you. I've seen your grind for years. We've been friends for years, and I always love to see when like your people make it. You know what I mean? It's not the idea of, you know, everyone like it's a monetary thing. It's the fact that you're actually doing something that you really wanted to do and to get it off the ground. I remember the first time we were talking about this project, and you were like, I can't believe it's actually happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that, like, when I heard that, it doesn't matter about anything after that. It was like, it actually happened. You were around to see it. You physically got the copy. Like, this is a real thing. There's a term they call it. It's a tangible, what is it? It's tangible. It's a tangible thing now. You can actually touch it. So like I said, kudos to you. We're going to push it as much as possible. Make sure that you guys go and you purchase it from Amazon. Support. Because like we said before, even when with our promos and everything like that, the idea is to turn the story into a film. So a lot of that comes from support. A lot of that comes from, you know, the interactions and more exposure with that. So my last question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? We got through all this stuff. You got the beginning origins of your story, but where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hold on. I gotta let me think about it. First and foremost, alive.
Okay, that's it. That's the first time I heard that. But
that's a good start.
That's a good one. Good start.
All right, where I see Arthur
Go
Wells in 5 years is by then the series of Uvitation will be done. It's a 6-part small series.
Yep.
I figured why write one book that's 600 pages when I can write 6 books
100
that's 6 pages and squeeze the juice out of the orange a little bit more and get my foot into the industry. So I see a couple of books being out. I see me and you and Gene as producers.
Yep.
And by then, I think we'll be small directing on some type of our projects, one of our projects.
Yep.
And hopefully, nice bank accounts, respected in the industry for what we do, and walking down red carpets.
That's it.
Not that I need these, but these are the things that are given when you reach a certain criteria.
Yep.
I want to be with our team, but I would like to model myself after Stephen King. Because Uvitation will evolve just like the people in my book.
Yep.
It will evolve into more horror and sci-fi, and it will evolve into a complete world that people
it's the groundwork.
I always say it like this too. You always like your children. You like your baby, but it makes you feel a little bit better when you're walking in the grocery store, and I had it with my kids, and someone's looking over at you, and they're like, "Can I say hi? He's such a cutie. He's such a cutie."
Yep.
And you leave the store, it's your kid, but you're like pushing the cart. You're like, "Yeah, like my
baby. Feel a little bit better.
I knew she was cute. I knew she was cute.
I thought it was just me. I thought I could be biased."
Exactly. And that's the feeling I get
Yep.
when I get when I hear people talking about that book and they're pointing out certain things that I didn't even notice. An elderly lady I gave the book to, and she told me that Kitty Coco was her hero because it was the smartest thing in that book.
Yeah.
And I never thought about it. I'm like, yeah, the feline kicks ass. True. But
everyone is going to be affected, and they're gonna relate to somebody or something in the story, and it's not for you to say it's that. Like, remember we were saying before, like force feeding someone is not allowing them to have an imagination. Like when you're reading a book versus watching a movie, you're imagining what things are going on. You don't have the defined exact look of every character. You know what I mean? Yeah. My brain is going to look at it different than yours. That's the beauty of having a book versus a movie.
That's where you come in my life as of so much importance at this very moment. Because I would like to say, man, you see page 25 right here? Boy, do you see that? Yep. See when this happened in here? And I'm like, no, I'm learning from you. It's an art. Yeah. You put your heart, your soul, and all your time and effort into it, and then see what people gets back.
Yeah, you give it away, you give it to them, and then they're like, I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that. You're like, oh really? That's when you're at the table reads and you're at the signings. That's what's gonna be the next. Like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, you saw it like that? You had something like that happen. Like, that's when stuff is starting to move. You're creative. Ideas are starting to come, and that's the beauty of anything that's artist. I'd be geeking out about that anyway.
Yeah,
so
but I tell you, it feels so good for people to tell me that my baby's pretty.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, man,
it gives me something extra to wake up. It gives me something extra to wake up for into journey. Because one thing I have learned in life is, okay, that's done.
What's next?
Execute. Yep. Next up. Next.
Yep. And that's the thing, right? You're talking what in 5 years could you imagine yourself with 10, Uvitations, and you got 2 or 3 movies that have been in the theaters and people have downloaded them and it's on streaming, or you got a series. you know, and you got a major actor that you loved when you was watching, and they liked it enough to attach themselves. That's reality.
Well, then again, I would be saying, I guess it's gonna be many processes of this, right? I'll be like, okay, Harry, I can't believe this happened. And be like, I can't believe this happened.
Yeah.
Until one day we walking up, looking at the name on the movie thing or popping up on Netflix, UVtation, and be like, wow.
You remember when it was just an idea, when it was on paper, and before you even had the book. See, like that's why I said that's the beautiful part of this. So like I'm even blessed to even have the opportunity to be involved in it. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't take so much that I believe the same way you believe. I believe that God puts you in positions, and then it's up to you to actually, like, he opens the door, but you got to walk through it. You know what I mean? So when things are happening, I don't just take it as a coincidence. It happens for a reason, so we're gonna go with it. We're gonna do the best we can.
Good or bad, too.
Yeah, good or bad.
Yeah. Like, people like to say that, but most of the time they're thinking about the good right?
Stuff. Yeah.
I think about all the bad stuff as well. Things that to get to this point. No one drives cross country and have no problem with their car.
Yeah.
You're gonna have problems on the trip.
Yeah, gas, tire gonna go out, somebody gonna cry.
We didn't calculate we would be stuck in one city for 8 hours because they had an accident on their highway that we knew nothing about going through Ohio. Things like that. But I tell you, life will prepare you for the journey.
Yeah.
And I think I'm at the point now where we can handle and we can juggle anything that comes forth our way, but we still will live and we still will learn and we strive to get better every day.
That's it. That's beautifully said. So those are my first 5 questions. That's more the professional end. Once again, make sure that you guys go and purchase UVtation, support Arthur Wells. This is the first book. We're going to adapt it into the film. And so that's a whole nother avenue. But the idea right now is to make sure that we get as much exposure for the actual book itself. So make sure you guys go out and purchase that. The last part of the interview are my shotgun questions. Now, obviously, I tell everybody these are questions that are more preference-based, more personal, just to get an idea of how you are as a person, because they'll know you further as an author, artist, later on when they take your material and so on. But as a person,
I'm
these are more preferences.
I'm just playing. I'm from down south. I'm one of the most heartwarming, giving. I get it from my mother. I can't be mean if I want to because she didn't raise me that.
You like that? Yep. So I mean, and blessings to the your mom and dad. Let me make sure they know I said hi.
Will do. My mom still talk about dancing with you at my wedding. No, my aunt Fanny danced with you, and she every now and then she'd be like, "What that handsome bald head boy had?"
Oh man! That was good. That's crazy.
Me and mom still talk about that. That was one of the best days of my life, right there. I had all my family, all my peoples there, my loved ones. All right, I'm sorry. Shoot, I'm ready.
Nah, I mean, so we go into more of like the professional aspect of it in the beginning, but then this is more personal. So you can elaborate as much as you want on the questions, or you can keep them as short as possible. Okay. And then afterwards, we're gonna get some contact information, and then we'll be good. Okay.
Okay.
So the first question, right off the jump, is: would you rather have for a meal, best meal, okay, either or, pizzas or a hamburger?
Can I change the toppings on the pizza, or it got to be one pizza?
No, you can change any topping, but it has to be if you only got a choice to eat pizza or hamburgers, that's it. Which one would you have, pizza or hamburger?
Pizza, because I can get more protein than anything. If I'm eating a burger, I'm just eating beef.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's the first time I heard that, but okay.
Yeah, I get chicken pizza. I get shrimp pizza.
You could. You should. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Better artist, Drake or Lamar? Kendrick.
Lamar.
Okay. So as well as most people, about me. I'm a very big person in comics. I love comic books and things like that. So, and I'm sure you're aware of like the industry, the filming industry. But as a comic book company, which has better comics, Marvel or DC?
it was always held down by DC, right?
I mean,
debatable,
but
that's your origins, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Superman.
They were first. Yeah, they were first.
Right. That was Spider-Man before he crossed over, right?
Spider-Man was always Marvel. He didn't cross over.
You're right. You're right. Right. So you got, let's just say, the Super Friends, right?
Yep.
All right. I grew up a lot off the. I would say if you took it in a 40-year interval, it would be beginning. The beginning would be DC. Later would be Marvel because of what they did.
Yep.
But yesterday as I'm doing some writing, I'm watching one of the X-Men movies before the Marvel movies even started. Right? I don't even think.
Yeah, the Fox universe. Yep.
Yeah, the first Hawk wasn't even out yet. All right. And I was like, damn. I remember when this came out. I put myself when it came out, and I looked. I'm like, damn, 20-something years ago. I'm getting old. But when I looked at it, I was like, they actually started the new comic to movie screen movies.
Yeah, I mean, even before that, a lot of people they don't give credit. I guess some people are more in tune with it. But the first big film, even Stan Lee has, before he passed, he addressed it, was Blade. Wesley Snipes' Blade. That was the first comic book movie that made excessive amount of money, not incomparable to today's box office, but for a comic book film, black lead and a Marvel script. I mean, that was unheard of at the time. Like you had Superman, you had Batman.
It was gritty too.
Yeah,
it was so gritty. That's why people couldn't make the connection if you didn't know already.
Yeah, you didn't know. You're like, wait, what? That's a comic book movie?
Yeah,
they
didn't have the comic books running before the things to do in the Marvel. It was just gritty and grimy. But I guess to answer your question, you got to say Marvel, because if you ask that to a 19 or 20-year-old, if you ask that to my daughter, she's gonna say Marvel because she knows nothing of the DC.
Yeah.
And most of the ones that came out kind of flopped, and they had to go get gunned, right?
Yep. I mean, a lot of people. That's the argument. Is like, as a comic book company, Marvel has done more with not only just the comic books, but now they have a whole cinematic universe. So DC has to catch up. But then the flip side is like, no one's even really seen a lot of DC. They've only seen the major ones. You got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, some of the basic ones, but James Gunn has the ability to kind of, he has a lot to work with, put it like that.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff to work with.
That's why I like what Marvel did. They did kind of oversaturate, but they were able to take your basic comic books that most people didn't even watch or read and make main characters.
Yep.
I feel they jumped the shark when they jumped the shark with She-Hulk. Now, I liked it.
Yeah.
Right? I liked it. But when she became like, talking to the thing coming out, the Netflix thing, interacting with the crowd, and I would watch the whatchamacallit, because to me, honestly, what was it? The one with Agatha.
Agatha all along.
Yeah, but not her, but where she came from.
Vision Quest, or not Vision Quest,
WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision.
One of the greatest damn series ever. I was caught up into it, couldn't wait it. It would end, and I'd be like, oh my God. And especially at the end when the Agatha song came on, when it was her holding the cat, I was like, we all knew it. And everybody was wondering, would her brother be the one from the original DC and all that? He comes in, and then his name was, I forget what the joke was. What was his name?
At the end of WandaVision, or at the end of
the joke was I think it was a penis joke. I don't know, but his name was Dick or something. Okay. And the whole thing where we thought a Marvel crossing over with the DC crossing over with Marvel with him, and it was just, they passed it off. They kept us wanting it, and at the end they just passed it off as a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean in She-Hulk? You talking about She-Hulk?
No. I'm talking about Wanda's brother.
Oh, yeah. Quicksilver. You talking about?
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
They were like the original one that came on original WandaVision. Yeah, and it was all for his name was Wiener or something. It was all for a Wiener joke.
It was the dude that played Quicksilver in the Fox universe. They thought he was gonna cross over and be the same person.
Yeah, and then they passed it off just to keep us wanting more. And it was like, nah, you can pretty much get get away with anything when you're dealing with Wanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do anything and just say it's just something she made up.
Yep.
Yeah, but that WandaVision was so great, and I liked the She-Hulk. But then they started coming out with the other ones where it was like, I'm like, even the one I loved with what was my guy? He had the I want to say it was an Indian guy. He played Shadow Moon.
Oh, Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Yeah.
Yo, for real, coming off of the end of the movie, and then going into WandaVision, and then your guy that you're talking about, right? Marvel was at the peak.
Yeah.
And then
they had a lot to work with, but I think that, I mean, we don't know. We can only assume that they got so big and there were so many people's hands in it. They started pulling away from like the origins, like how they actually got there. Yeah. So now they're kind of like, I think they're rebooting everything with Doomsday. Hopefully it does well.
Yeah. I think they got too cocky personally. I think they thought like on Zoolander when Mugatu was like, I could put turds in aluminum foil and sell them as earrings for $1 million.
Yep.
I think they believed everything they touched was gonna be gold, but I never did.
Because it was for a minute.
Like what you said.
Yeah.
It was, but I feel you now. I understand what you're saying. Probably too many hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Once they started making so much money that it's like you said, they can't lose. Now everybody wanted a piece. So now everyone's got an input, and once everybody has an input, it starts getting away from the source, like how they actually got there. And that's the hardest part with any idea. You know, any
in that business, do you think they would sell have shareholders that would put probably so much money in they feel like their input should be put in? Yeah, they felt like, well, I like that. You should do a movie on that or do a TV series on that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even,
that happens with everyone.
It's not even just the shareholders, but it's the idea that whoever is actually making the call depending on where they're actually getting their information from or what is like giving them the direction from social media, the regular media, their personal, circle, their industry connections, anything that is related to how they're navigating. If I'm the person that's making the call and I want more characters like this, it's going to be more characters like that. And that's going to change how Marvel looks, because now you as a consumer is like, wait a minute, why all of a sudden all the characters like this? Regardless of what it is, it can be anything. It'd be like, wait, why are they all like this? Oh, because somebody else wants it like that, but they're not going to say it. Yeah. So now you got to bring it back. Like everyone liked a certain way that Marvel was, and hopefully they reboot it. So
oversaturation happens in almost anything. Like your rapper's first album most likely going to be the best. The first movie's probably going to be the best. But unlike that, with too much saturation, not with Uvitation, part 2 will be better than part 1. Stay tuned. Actually, to let people know, part 2 does come out May 26th. That's my mother's birthday. That's why I stuck to that date. Then I have another part 3 should be coming out at the end of September. So I'm trying to keep them all. You should get like 3 more Uvitations before the end of the year.
Yeah, the year. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Definitely make sure y'all check it out on Amazon. We gotta keep plugging it because we want to make sure that the idea gets across. And it's always good to support, especially independent author, writer. Like, this is not an easy task. You know what I mean? So I always give more emphasis for independent artists, regardless of what industry they're in. Yes, so the next question, who is the GOAT? This is athletics. Who is the GOAT? Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, we keep this simple. We have to talk Jordan in the story. Not even a conversation.
Not even a conversation.
Yeah. You can't have losses and then try to, you can't.
I mean,
I heard someone say this the other day. LeBron had the better career of any NBA player.
Okay.
He has the better career. But that doesn't entail who's the best person.
Yeah.
Because Kareem had from high school to the end of his NBA career, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the best career. Basketball career. Like, not just NBA, of any NBA player, but Jordan was still highly noted and known for being the GOAT. So to me, all LeBron does is this. He replaces Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
It's having the best career basketball-wise in the NBA.
Yeah.
But that you still can't knock the GOAT off. You got to go get you got to go get 7 rings and be the prominent player on your own team. Some people like to say, "What about Robert Horry? He got 7." Yeah, but that's fool's gold.
Yeah. Like,
I don't even argue with people like that. I don't even get to a sports argument with people like that. I'm like, you're being disingenuous.
Yeah,
I don't like disingenuous people. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, come on now. It's not an argument. Even he ain't gonna say that.
No,
Even Horry would be like, "I was great.
No,
I played on a lot of great teams with a lot of great players. And I did my thing, but I'm not the greatest just because I have 7 rings."
Come on now. Come on.
That's not even an argument. All right.
I give him a rock eyebrow on that. You candy ass.
And like I said, we could have a whole snippet on that because I got a lot of young people that only know LeBron. That's their main. You got a lot of people our age that said, it's Mike. And I mean, there's even groups that feel like there's other players that were better. But I mean, it's usually close.
I'm hearing right now. Well, the only reason this has come about of late, did you hear Bam Adebayo from?
Yeah.
Miami? He dropped 83, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm a Kobe fan. The last 5 minutes, that wasn't basketball, but I understand why they did it. The other team kept triple teaming him and fouling him. He's like, well, okay, I'm gonna foul y'all so he can have more time to try to score. Understood. But I have to say, Kobe fans became crazy. And I'm a Kobe fan. I'm a Kobe fan.
Yeah.
Huge Kobe fan.
Yep.
But they were like, disrespecting Kobe. That boy in the grave.
Yeah.
Let him go. You should have walked out on 81. I'm like, wait a minute. But now people are saying this. I've heard like 5 to 6 people say that recently within the last 2 days since Bam.
Yeah, obviously because it happened. Yep.
It's Jordan. They finally boosted my boy up, and I'm hopping on this bandwagon because I used to say Jordan. Any given day I put Kobe and LeBron ahead. Yeah, but I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna grab my pitchfork and go join this. I'm gonna join this crowd as we go march to get Frankenstein. I'm like, yeah, it's Jordan, Kobe, now LeBron.
See, that's what originally that's how my list was. It was Kobe, it was Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. But I guess because a lot of people. Once he got the title, then I was like, okay, it's Jordan and LeBron, and Kobe was third. But I guess it's just a personal thing. And like I said, anything we could talk about that in our other brand.
Well, you know what we can do? Let's hook up with the fellas. It's been a while. Let's hook up maybe something from 2 weeks out on a Monday or a Tuesday. Late night, we get on Sports Fans Only, ENT, SFO. Check us out on YouTube. Sports Fans Only, ENT, abbreviation for entertainment. And maybe we do that and we get a good chat going on. I don't know who else would be agreeing with other people because even K-Star.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think it would be
the biggest LeBron fan.
Not with us. Not with us.
He'd be like, nope. He'd be like, nah. So we're just gonna be like, who's the best? And we all gonna say Jordan, and it'd be the shortest damn conversation ever.
Like, okay, next episode. I'll see y'all next month.
Get in the comment section if y'all disagree with us. That's all we gonna be saying, right? Oh Jesus.
All right. So my last question is more of a film thing. Obviously, we've gone from writing and we're getting into filming. But I know that you're a big movie fan. You like films and movies and shows. Who is the better director, Cameron or Spielberg?
Oh Jesus! Damn.
Yeah, I have to give you something that's hard.
It's like when you said that, I heard E.T. Titanic.
Yep. Avatar. Jaws.
Yeah. Avatar 2.
Yep. Terminator. Jurassic Park.
I would have to say this. Cameron does more research and work than Spielberg. You say, Sean, what you mean by that? Mm-hmm. The intense and instinctive work, promo, and digging up certain things from period times.
Yeah.
To make Titanic was something I know 100% couldn't be done by Spielberg. Well, I'll answer your question with a question. Can Spielberg make the movies Cameron does? And can James make the movies that Spielberg does? I think he can. I'm not sure if Spielberg can do an Avatar or a Titanic.
I mean, I can't sit here and say because I'm if I were to choose one or the other, like I love both. I love both.
Me too.
That's just what it is. You can't really lose with either one of them. You got the box office, you got the top 5 movies. Cameron's got I think four of them in box office. So situate that aside. That's like okay. He knows how to make projects that people go and watch.
Yeah.
You got legendary films that were more that are impacting like the culture with Spielberg. You know, you got E.T., you got Jaws, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. You got Color Purple. Those movies are all different.
Oh, you tugging on my black? You tugging on my black heartstring? I forgot about it.
You forgot about that. That's Spielberg.
I did.
The sheets are very long, but if someone were to say, "Oh, do you think that someone couldn't do it?" I don't think either one of them can't do each other's movies. I just think that Spielberg has more range with what he can do. Like Spielberg is like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
And Cameron is like I would say more like a what's that knife that Rambo had?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like if you need something done, that knife that Rambo had can pretty much do anything, but certain things is gonna mess it all up, right?
Yeah.
But like the vast majority of stuff, that knife's gonna handle. And a Swiss Army knife, you got a knife, you got a screwdriver, you got pliers, you got a whole bunch of stuff.
Bottle opener.
But it's a Swiss Army knife. It's a knife first, and then you got all this other stuff. So I think that's the way that I categorize them. I think Spielberg can do anything. I've seen him do anything. Cameron can do very specific stuff, but he does it so well that it's not even in the same league.
So to wrap this up, what you're saying is Spielberg is MJ and Cameron is LeBron.
Yeah, that's in my mind. I think Cameron is the only other person that's better than Cameron is Spielberg. I like
that. I could agree with you. If someone said, I would agree 100% with that. But I like to always go head to head, right?
Yeah, I mean it's hard. That's why I said it's like these
what
questions.
He do, and can he do what he do? Because you also got to give Spielberg I was first credit.
Yeah.
Because when you go back to look at Jaws, I was around for like a lot, 3, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yep.
When you go back and look at these movies, there are things that could be shot right now with a phone.
Yep.
In a bathtub.
Yep.
But he created the origin of doing that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's a little different. Someone that I was on someone that was on my show explained it like this. He said Spielberg can do anything. There's nothing that he cannot do. But Cameron is more technical. He can do very specific stuff with the camera lenses. He knows how things look at a certain way, but overall you can't really lose with either one of them because Spielberg has made some hits. Everyone has misses every now and then. But Cameron has that box office that always will back up. Like, he knows exactly what people are looking for. But in terms of like a critique on a movie, is Avatar a better film than Jaws? Or Jurassic Park? Or... like I said, like The Color Purple as a film. It's like
Jurassic and Color Purple.
Like, come on. Like, I don't know if it's a better film overall, but you went to go see Avatar for that specific thing.
Yeah, I would say that's the first thing that James Cameron did that wasn't similar to a period piece.
Yeah.
And it was similar to, look at me trying to, like a Uvitation. That didn't happen before. That's a world that I've never seen before.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. His mind created that. Yeah, his mind created
and you go like Color Purple, Jaws. What's the other one you said?
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. E.T.
Yep.
He built worlds so good. I'm talking about Spielberg. Like, as a kid, I was almost about a little bit younger than the kid that played E.T. when it came out, right?
Yeah.
The hazmat suit when they was trying to sneak ET out, and ET woke up when they thought he was dead.
He was in there.
Yeah, and he was just start saying, I forget what he was saying, but that little part as a little kid showing, I can almost say a baby, you know, that made me cry, and I was so worried about ET.
You connected with ET, and it's a sci-fi classic.
Yo, they've never had
with
a
the
movie
characters
that was connected to candy.
Yeah,
I know you're a little bit too young.
Yeah,
but Reese's Pieces.
Was big.
Was so huge. He was on commercials. You bought Reese's Pieces because of ET.
Yeah.
And he probably has the most classic movie silhouette emblem shot.
On the bike,
of the bike,
yeah,
in front of the moon, which became his logo for ambient film, right?
Yeah.
So you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's what I'm saying. It's
even though
it's
they
not
cross,
easy question to say. Like
they cross generations. It's so similar to the LeBron and Jordan's argument, because you would have people that only know about Cameron. And they would look back at Jaws, Color Purple,
and be like,
and Jurassic Park, the first one, and be like, man, this is so primitive. He can't even use his left hand.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna be saying about like Spielberg movies if you're a James Cameron fan. You know, and then we'll be like, no, buddy, this was the cream of the crop when it came out. It was no other this before that.
No.
So yeah, good question. I could argue that for hours.
But you see what I mean? That's why, you know, that's a close one to my heart, because it's like, you can't really lose. But if you really had a choice, if you could only watch Cameron movies or only watch Spielberg movies, which one would you want to watch and why? So it's always
I'll let you in on a little secret. When Titanic came out, this is like 99 to it came out, it made it to VHS about 98, 99, 2000, right? So at this time, this is the time where I told you we moved into the apartment when my uncle left.
Yeah.
We don't have cable. We young kids, right? We like, man, there's other stuff we could do besides cable, right? So we got a VHS tape. We had a VCR. Me and Corey watched Titanic at least twice a night for about 320 straight days. We had people that didn't want to come visit us because they like, them ninjas gonna be watching Titanic and I don't want to see it no more. Me and Corey knew Titanic line for line, and we watched it so much. We just started putting our own words in it. We'd be like, look at him. When she'd be like, Jack, and he'd be like, you're so stupid, Rose, when she jumped back on the boat. We'd be like, he knows she losing it right now. Just jump right back on the boat when she had a spot. Yeah, he was like, you're so crazy, Rose. You know what he was saying? Oh man, I'm dead, Rose.
But think about it. Right? In that moment, it's like he knew that she was gonna go, and she would have been good.
Exactly.
So in his mind, I mean, I could go. You rich, you know, go live your life, but at least you lived. Now it's like you got back on the boat, and I don't know if you're gonna make it.
And he was like this, damn, I was gonna get that door from over there, and I was gonna float on that door by myself. Now I gotta give this woman.
Now you gonna get the door, and I'm gonna die.
And I'm about to die. Be like, you just sealed my fate. Me and Corey always would laugh about it, you know. Just the woman that's saying, Captain, and Captain look at her like, man, I'm about to go die in this thing right here, man.
Yeah, what you talking about?
I'm about to go in my room and die. I don't care where you and your baby go.
He said, I'm about to go down the ship.
He built a world.
I mean, that
on top of a
that
world.
Movie was super. There's so many things that Cameron did with that movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought they could have made a movie about the Titanic that at that time was like 80 something years old, and bring you into a world that, you know, you had to have the poor aspect of Jack.
Yeah.
This is my right mind working right now, because if you don't have the poor aspect of Jack and rooting for him, you don't have a movie, because none of us care about the rich elite thing.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a good
drama. The drama is you got a
balance.
poor dude. He gets with a rich girl on a ship that they're not supposed to have, and then it's like, okay, the idea is like it circles around their love story, but at the same time, that's a real event.
Yeah,
that's a real event. It really happened. It ain't like,
you know what?
He
it's
made
like
it up.
Maybe in 2000, 55 to 60, someone does a 9/11 movie.
I mean, that think about that
but they put
older.
two people in it.
Yeah, in there.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a great movie. I'm glad you brought that up. I actually want to go watch one of these movies.
So I like I said, we could go on. We talk all the time. We could obviously have further conversation, but what I want to make sure is that we definitely get across, congratulations on your book. Make sure that they support. You guys go out and you push Uvitation. Look for the second book, the third. And then also, if someone wants to get, they want to get in touch with you, how do they reach out to you?
Oh boy, so many ways. Well, you can have my number at 20. Not that easy.
I was about to be like, cut.
You trolls thought you had me, huh? Not today, boy. In my Samuel voice. Oh God, what about Tarantino? But we not going.
That's what I said. We gonna have another interview. Don't worry.
Be quiet.
Have another one.
You can always contact me. You can hit up the comment section on YouTube.
Okay.
That's one way you can find me and watch some of my sports fans only commentary. I put out at least 2 to 3 videos a week. I put out at least 8 to 10 shorts, but you can check that out at YouTube. You can go to YouTube. Well, how do you even search? Oh, you would just go to YouTube and search Sports Fans Only, ENT. Once again, that's Sports Fans Only, ENT. You can get in that comment section. I'll hit you back. It's no problem. But I just started my new one. I'm starting a whole new social because, as I said, this is all new territory to me. All I know is that I had great ideas in my mind, and I had certain things I wanted to put on paper and then put on film. Mm-hmm. But you can find. I just started my TikTok. You can catch me at Arthur Wells Author. So that would be Author like the name AUTHUR. Wells WELLS. Author is in a writer. AU. I like to call Author this. I say AU Thor.
Yep. AU Thor.
AUTHOR. I always see it like that.
That's it.
AU Thor. So you can always catch me there. Hit me up. Tell me what you think about the new promo short videos that I have for Uvitation. And support. You can always, if you want to really get in contact with me, like I really want to talk to that guy, and Harry, hit up Harry. He got the Batline number. Signal goes up. I'm answering. I'm never late. So it's always ways that you can find me. Once again, that's on YouTube at Sports Fans Only ENT, and you can catch me at on TikTok at Arthur Wells Author.
Okay. Like I said, bro, I always appreciate it. We're gonna talk. We got a lot of things moving. And like I said, I only pray that your blessings keep coming, success keeps coming, and anything you need from me, you let me know.
Definitely, as Bill Belichick once said, after winning 3 Super Bowls in a row, at a parade drinking beer, off days. That's it. And I'm lying, but
I appreciate you, bro. And then we will definitely talk soon. Appreciate you for being on my show. And once again, just make sure you guys go and purchase a book at Amazon, Uvitation under Arthur Wells. Appreciate y'all. Peace.